The Cozy Book Corner. Sammy's Big Splash. The Underwater Talent Show. Sammy's Search for Talent. In the sparkling blue waters of Bubbleton, the annual Underwater Talent Show was just a week away. The sea creatures were buzzing with excitement, practicing their skills to perfection. Everyone, that is, except for Sammy the shark. Sammy sat on a smooth rock near the coral reef, watching his friends practice with a heavy heart. Coral the clownfish twirled in sync with her delicate bubbles, creating a dazzling underwater dance. Jelly the jellyfish glowed in rainbow colors as she spun her tentacles gracefully. Even Shelly the sea turtle, the organizer of the event, glided through the water with calm confidence as she jotted notes in her trusty notebook. But Sammy frowned. "Hey Sammy, why do you look like a sad seaweed?" Coral asked, swimming over with a bubbly smile. "I don't have a talent," Sammy admitted, sighing deeply. "I've tried everything, bubble tricks, dancing, juggling shells, and I'm terrible at all of it." "I don't belong in the talent show," Sammy added, his fins drooping. Coral tilted her head thoughtfully, discovering Sammy's secret voice. "Everyone has a talent, Sammy. Maybe you just haven't found yours yet," Coral suggested kindly, her voice bubbly and full of energy. "Come on, Sammy, the whole ocean is waiting to see you shine." "I've looked, Coral. I really have," Sammy replied. "Maybe I'm just not special like everyone else." Shelly swam over, balancing her notebook on one flipper. "Sammy, you don't have to be perfect," she said with a warm smile. "The show is about having fun and sharing what makes you special. Why don't you try something new?" "Like what?" Sammy asked, looking up at Shelly with a glimmer of hope. "What about singing?" Shelly suggested. "I've heard you hum when you're happy. You have a lovely voice." Sammy's eyes widened. "Me? Sing? No way. What if everyone laughs at me?" "No one's going to laugh at you, Sammy," Coral said, nudging him gently. "We'll cheer you on. You just need to practice a little. Let's give it a try," Shelly encouraged, tapping her flipper in excitement. Practice makes perfect. Over the next few days, Sammy worked hard. At first, he only sang softly, his voice trembling with nerves. Sammy sang, and he sang again. He practiced until he found his voice. His voice sounded like the soft waves lapping the shore, gentle yet uncertain. "You're doing great, Sammy," Coral cheered. "Try singing a little louder," Coral suggested. "Pretend you're singing to the whole ocean." "The whole ocean? That's a lot of fish," Sammy said nervously. "Don't think about them," Shelly said encouragingly. "Just think about how much fun you're having," Shelly added gently. "And remember, your melody doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be yours." Close your eyes and imagine the music flowing through you. Gradually, Sammy's confidence grew. By the end of the week, his voice was strong and clear, like the soothing waves of the ocean after a storm. Coral's bubble blunders. Meanwhile, Coral faced her own challenges. Her bubble dance wasn't going as planned, and frustration bubbled up like a burst of misplaced air. "Ugh, my bubbles keep popping too early," she groaned. "Maybe you're blowing them too hard," Sammy suggested. "Try taking a deep breath and being gentle." Coral tried again, this time with a softer blow. The bubbles floated higher, and one shimmered in the shape of a heart. "Whoa! Did you see that?" Coral exclaimed, her fins swirling in excitement. "Sammy, you're like the bubble whisperer." "Not a genius," Sammy said, grinning. "Just a shark who's watched a lot of bubbles." One of Coral's bubbles even turned into a wobbly shape of a jellyfish, making Sammy burst into laughter. Coral crossed her fins, trying not to smile. "Okay, that was kind of funny," she admitted. Showtime. At last, the night of the talent show arrived. The underwater stage was adorned with glowing seaweed, shimmering shells, and strings of sparkling pearls. The pearls glittered like captured moonlight, and the glowing seaweed swayed gently with the ocean currents. "Wow, this place looks amazing," Sammy whispered as he peeked from backstage. "It's your time to shine, Sammy," Shelley said. Ray the stingray, wearing a dashing bow tie, swam to the center of the stage. "Welcome, everyone, to the annual Bubbleton Talent Show." The crowd of sea creatures clapped their fins and cheered as the show began. Jelly the jellyfish performed a dazzling light show. Her bright colors sparkled like underwater fireworks. "She's so good," Sammy murmured. "How can I follow that?" "By being yourself," Coral whispered back, her eyes sparkling like the bubbles around her. "You've got this, Sammy. That's all you need to do." Coral followed with her bubble dance. This time, her bubbles floated perfectly, forming a rainbow of shiny orbs. The audience clapped and cheered loudly. "You nailed it, Coral," Sammy said as she swam backstage. "Thanks, you're up next, Sammy," Coral said. Sammy's big moment. Finally, it was Sammy's turn. He swam onto the stage, his fins trembling. Ray smiled and announced, "And now, please welcome Sammy the shark." Sammy hesitated, his heart pounding like a drumbeat echoing through the ocean. "What if my voice cracks?" he thought. "What if I mess up?" But then he saw Coral and Shelley waving at him, their smiles as bright as the stage lights. The stage lights seemed to shine brighter, and the audience waited in still silence. But Coral and Shelley waved at him from the crowd, their smiles lighting up the room. Taking a deep breath, Sammy began to sing. His voice started softly but grew stronger with every note. The melody was enchanting, like the gentle rhythm of the tides. The silence of the audience turned into awe, and Sammy felt the music flow through him like a warm current, carrying away his fears and filling the ocean with his melody. By the time Sammy finished, the crowd erupted into cheers, their fins clapping wildly. A small fish started clapping first, and soon the entire audience joined in, creating a wave of applause that echoed through the ocean. "The ocean is full of talents." "You were amazing," Coral said. "I knew you could do it." Sammy smiled. "Thanks for believing in me. The ocean really is full of talents." As the friends swam home under the glowing moonlight, Sammy felt a warmth in his heart. "What do you think my next song should be?" he asked his friends with a grin. Coral giggled. "Something bubbly, of course." He had discovered not just his talent, but also the joy of trying new things and believing in himself.